Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Agents of Damned, our Let's Play D&D podcast featuring myself, your sometimes benevolent, often malevolent dungeon master, Jordan Roman. And, as always, I am joined by my fellow players.
Hi guys, I'm Katie, and I play Safe.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina, and I play Winterra.
And I'm Drew McLean, and by the central solitude of Bahamut's solarium, I play the good Dr. Arlo Agon.
Why did you say it like that? It was so smooth.
There's nothing better to start off the episode with than Drew's bedroom voice.
What is a solarium?
Oh yeah, the sensual solarium.
Never mind.
About to say, don't ask what you don't want the answer to.
Baby.
Okay.
There's scented oils,
So,
candles.
before we get started proper, I wanted to address some things that got brought up in our last after show, but I figure is also important for the audience to know in general. I had said that anytime that Katie wants to use any of her spells, she has to either roll on her devil table or the Mizium apparatus. Blink is the exception to that because that is just something she can do. It just happened because I thought it'd be cool. That one she can just still do once a day and be fine.
Well,
Drew has a new version of Magic Circle that can be cast as an action fairly, but it can be broken a little bit more easily, but can still be used in combat.
And I'm gonna forget that I have it.
That's fine. And then Christina brought something up to me a little while ago that I need to address and formally apologize for, even though I don't remember this happening. The fact that it may have happened and I just don't remember it is still
happened.
bad. It's still bad and needs to be addressed. I apparently at one point counterspelled her star bomb, which is a magic item, and that was wrong of me. And it will not happen again. Magic items cannot be counterspelled. I'm saying it now. If I ever do that again, you guys stop me.
Thank you.
got it.
I did have one important clarification to also make before we get into the recap.
Okay.
The sensual solarium has scented candles, essential oils, bath bombs, and dragon cock.
Okay.
I didn't get to finish saying it before,
That's getting cut out.
and I felt like it was very important.
If
Alright.
only we had... God, that quality content. Anyway, on to the recap.
Yes, please.
On to the recap.
Last time, when Terra broke free from her curse and entered her shepherd form for the first time. As everyone looked on in shock and awe, Terra embraced her friends in a tight hug. After finally letting her allies breathe, the agents revived Sibo, who had fallen unconscious at the start of the fight. It was then that Bookworm realized that she had somehow forgotten where the necromancer's lair was. When Terra attempted to gather information from the nearby wildlife, but none of the creatures were willing to travel that far into the Forest of Lost Giants. However, they did mention that Holly had gone into the forest before in an attempt to heal the damage. When Terra then sent the bird she was speaking to back to her home to ask her mother for help. As they waited, Sibo upgraded the items he had given Arlo and Saith when they had last visited the lab. Afterwards, when Terra offered a game for her companions from her childhood, which turned out to just be a fucking Mad Libs. You monster.
You're welcome.
When Holly arrived with an ever mischievous Oliver in tow, she informed the agents that even she was unaware of the lair's location. However, when Terra and Saith noticed that Oliver was acting sheepish when talking about the lair, Arlo convinced the young boy to open up with his impeccable backwards chair-based persuasion. Oliver then revealed that not only did he know where the lair was, but also that he had actually died all those years ago. And thus, we resume our tale. You are all still standing around Holly and Oliver, but all of you are just staring dead at Oliver as he has told you all the truth. He is looking very nervous.
Winterra has taken 7 steps forward from her 7 steps back and curls over him in a hug.
You do this but you do not get a full hug around him because Holly dropped to her knees so much faster, so you are both giving this young boy a hug. You're not mad, right?
No, Oliver, no.
Of course not. How could we be? Why did you tell us you thought you were asleep, though?
He didn't want to hurt your feelings.
That. You seemed so happy when you thought that's what it was, so I just thought it's not a big deal.
It wasn't relevant information.
Can I borrow that?
Absolutely, little guy.
Don't start
Absolutely.
spreading that around.
No.
He looks up to Holly and says, no.
But listen, when you do use it, do it sparingly. It is better for you to tell the truth about how you're feeling, because otherwise people can't help you.
Very good, Say. You're no longer grounded.
But she's already grounded. Her feet are on the ground. She is not flying.
Oh.
Holly puts a hand on your shoulder and says, no, like, it's like being caved.
Oh. Weird. Why would they call it that?
I don't know, it's city people.
Well, you call it grounded because... Why do we call it grounded?
I don't know. Most of you can't fly.
Yeah, we should, maybe get going.
Yeah, we should probably start making tracks towards the old necromancer's lair. And I also suggest that we do so expediently, but also a little bit stealthily and quietly, as we do not want to arouse the ire of one Handrew Fancy Fingers.
Oh, yeah. Point taken. And Wintera just kind of smacks her staff on the ground. It does a pass without trace on everyone.
Yay! Plus 10 to stealth.
Because Lord knows you need it.
Always. But Wintera, before she gets up and, they actually start moving, she kind of eyes Oliver for a second and is just like, what else do you remember?
If you mean about the place, not much. After I woke up in this really big, pretty forest. It was, it belonged to someone named, I was never good at saying his name, Maliki? Wintera, you may roll me a religion or a history to see if you know what he's talking about.
He's talking about Maliki.
Who the hell is Maliki? Are you trying to say Malachi?
It's a forest god.
Never mind, you know exactly what this is. You're good.
She's referenced Maliki before. She said Maliki Oliver when he popped back up. Oliver, Maliki, like the forest god?
Mm-hmm. He let me stay there, and it was fun. I got to play around the forest. I even made a friend named Twinkle. He was a little light, and he followed me around everywhere. We played all the time. And then Then Mr. Maliki, he told me I needed to go back, cause people were calling for me. And so when I woke back up here again, I was in this place I didn't recognize. It was really cold and dark, and I didn't like it, so I left. And then I was in... And he points to the Forest of Lost Giants, like, that place. I eventually got back home, and then I just fell asleep in the flower place where Mom found me.
You did a great job, little guy.
Thank you.
Wintera is straight up at a loss for words as she's staring at her little brother. And she is just gonna, ruffle his hair and see if her mom is going to try and pick him up, but if not, also, put him on her back. Just be like, lead the way.
As you pick up Oliver, Holly stops you and says, wait, hold on. And she grabs Oliver's face, like just gently holding it in both her hands, and rests her forehead against his, and begins to whisper something in Sylvan. And Wintera, you would recognize that this is a special protective spell. And once she's done with that, she takes a step back and says, I unfortunately have to stay here and make sure that the portal to the Feywild stays protected. Your brother's watching it now, but, well, that has had problems in the past. Nothing major, but I'd like to keep it that way. And especially after last time you guys were here and someone almost broke through it, I need to prioritize that a little bit more. I've put a spell on Oliver so he'll be safe, but I still need you to keep an eye on him, okay?
Don't worry,
Always.
Holly.
I was talking to my daughter!
I know, I'm sorry!
Always, Mom. Keep an eye out for those Sneeple. They apparently escaped and are somewhere.
Oh, good. Just what I needed.
Yeah.
An actual confirmed threat. Great.
Yeah. Yeah. She looks down at the ground for a second and doesn't want to meet her mom's gaze. She's like, I need to talk to you later about something also.
I'll be waiting. Just make sure you both come back safe. And then she looks at us and says, all of you, come back safe.
Yes, ma'am.
See, that was the appropriate time to respond.
No promises.
That was the incorrect response.
I'm joking. I will make sure that they're all safe.
Faith smacks him on the back of his head with her tail.
Ow!
She said you too.
Alright, I'll be safe.
Don't forget the saying that you city folk have about upsetting bears.
Yeah, you want to keep your knees, bud.
Wintera winks.
And with that, Holly returns back to the forest. So your current party, as it is you three, an enchanted Oliver, so you don't have to worry about him being attacked, Sibo, and Bookworm.
Sounds like a party.
Sounds like a good time.
Sounds awesome.
So, as you guys make your way through the ruins of the Forest of Lost Giants, you guys are able to avoid any of the dangers that you guys would come across. I will just say that your pass without trace makes it so you guys go by unabated, because I'm not going to pretend as if Saith can't match those rolls.
Yep.
You do see that the place is littered with corpse flowers and various types of zombies that you were able to all avoid. And if you all would like, you may give me an investigation check. I will allow Sibo and Bookworm to do the same.
I do not make it.
Oh no.
Well, Bookworm rolled better than she ever has in her life with a nat 20.
So did Wintera.
Oh, good. You both recognize this. I'll wait to see if Saith does too.
Yeah, I rolled a 19 and I'm not even gonna bother adding my...
No, that's fair. You don't need to. Drew, I will even say that with your lower roll, you are still able to tell this because it is not super, super hard. You all can tell
I got a
that...
3.
Oh, you got a 3?
I got a 2 plus 1.
I thought you said 13. I apologize.
No, I said I did not get it. I just said the words I did not get it.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I guess I filled in a decent roll for you. I apologize.
Like, Arlo is, like, everyone's looking around. Arlo is just kind of, like, pretending to look around. He's distracted. He's like, why wouldn't she, like, address that I had said I love you over the voicemail?
Nice.
Oh, beautiful. But you all notice that these zombies are of Firbolg.
Oh no.
Oh, Jordan.
So
Jordan.
they're her brethren.
They are
Her
the
clan.
denizens of the Forest of Lost Giants.
Jordan, you gave us a bowl of cornflakes, and you said, here, have these completely normal cornflakes, and then you peed in them. You peed right in the cornflakes, Jordan.
No, what I did was I gave you cornflakes and here, have some Frosted Flakes.
Oh my god.
And then you still peed in them.
Well, yeah.
So now they're sugary, but they're also covered in urine.
When Tara goes and, like, grabs Bookworm's hand and, like, gives it a reassuring squeeze because she can only imagine what this is for her right now.
She is squeezing your hand back so tightly. But as you guys make your way through, avoiding all of these potential, I'll say obstacles because enemies at this point feels cruel, you eventually come across this large tree. The tree is maybe the thing that has survived the desolation of this forest the most, but even so, it still is clearly a shell of what it once was, a hollowed, rotten shell. Oliver hops down and goes over to one, like a clump of moss, and moves it aside to reveal a door. How do you all approach?
Detect magic. Detect fucking magic.
You have detect magic?
No, somebody detect magic.
Oh,
Let me see if I stock detect magic. Please hold.
I'm about to say, you can't just say that and expect
I
it to
did
happen.
stock detect magic. I cast detect magic.
Okay. So you can tell the door itself is not innately magical, but there is magic radiating from within this place. Like, this lair is magical AF. Though I will also say you do not sense any necrotic magic coming from within, so you know that neither the hand nor the necromancer are presently there.
Okay.
My dragon eyes see that this particular secret lab is chock full of all manner of arcana, but nothing that denotes that we will have to deal with the old hand jobber.
Well, then what are we waiting for out here? Let's go in there and get our load!
Okay, that's enough from both of you.
No.
Arlo high five Sibo.
There.
Sibo does not realize you are going to do this, so you just slap Sibo in the face.
When Tara is giving you a very low growl,
Which one?
both of you.
Oh, okay.
There is a young little creature here.
What? I'm just talking about going in and seeing what sort of magical stuff is in there.
Yeah, what are you thinking about?
All right, we both know where you two were at. All right,
Roll me insight checks.
Is the door locked?
Well, I said roll me insight checks. I'll get to that in a
Oh.
second.
Are we all rolling insight?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. 26.
16.
19.
You can all tell Sibo legitimately does not realize what he said was wrong because he did not mean it in a vulgar way. He's just an idiot.
Fair enough.
What if Arlo also didn't mean it in a vulgar way?
No, bullshit.
When Tara has stopped growling in the direction of Sibo, it is only growling in the direction of Arlo.
Do you go and actually try the door? Safe?
Yeah, I will attempt the door.
It opens.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll a perception check.
Well, let's have you all get in there first, and I'll just describe the room as it is first.
Okay, fair enough.
So, as you all enter the lair, you come into this large laboratory setup. There are beakers and glass spheres all filled with all manner of potions and arcane energies. There are tables full of junk, papers, all of that stuff just scattered throughout. And at the far end of the room, you also see a door. You may now go ahead and roll me perception, anyone who would like to.
Hot damn. 30?
When Tara's very good, big day.
22.
That's 18.
Okay, so the first thing that you all notice almost immediately is the smell. Everything in here is musty and rotted, and the room smells putrid. it's extremely humid in here. You can tell that most of the things in here have not been tampered with for a very long time. But as you all look around, you all notice a few things. When Terra, since you rolled the highest, you notice that there is one particular orb of arcane energy that seems to be different from the rest. You almost see what looks like a person inside speaking. Saith, let's see. I will say that you notice that there is a lever on the ceiling.
Okay.
Since this is in a tree, they're pretty tall ceilings. It's about 30 feet up. And Arlo, you notice tucked away in a corner of the room is what appears to be a large, cracked open egg.
Egg?
What do you all do?
Wait, there's an egg?
Yeah, just like an egg.
I go investigate this fine egg in these trying times.
God damn it! I should have seen that coming.
You knew who you got involved with.
That's on me. That's on me. I should have known better. So you go over and look at it's a pretty large egg. Like, it's roughly the size of your torso. And as you remove the top half, like I said, it's cracked open, so you just remove the top half of it. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Uh-huh.
Is something gonna try to make me let go of my egos?
I mean, if you roll bad, maybe.
Got a 14.
A 14 will actually do on this one. But you are able to dodge out of the way as this wisp blows past you and starts bolting around the room before eventually diving onto your shoulder. And you all see...
Is this my boy? Is this my boy?
A little ghost dragon.
It's my boy.
Do you have like a little ghost pet now?
I asked about him and then I forgot I asked.
What is that?
Hello?
What in the world?
Well, ain't you just the cutest little thing? What are you doing in here, little guy?
It starts to, like, look a little bit nervous and, like, cuddles up against you.
Aww.
Okay, that's kind of cute.
Are you here all by your lonesome?
Faith looks at Modi like, see, you could be like that, but no, you have to be the fucking lord of the underworld.
This could be us, but you playing. Oh, were you here all by your lonesome, little one?
Well, not anymore.
Arlo, like, scratches the little ghostly dragon that, if you're describing what I believe you're describing, little ghostly dragon, like, on his head.
His hind leg starts to kick against your shoulder pad.
Oh, that's like a puppy.
I like him.
So far, I don't have a reason not to like him.
Well, his name is Polly Darton, and this is my new son.
Is that how... I don't think that's how your kind reproduce, Arlo.
It is now.
Oh, God!
No, sweetie. I'm your daddy. I'm still working on mama.
Safe just looks utterly fucking defeated.
Oh, you like Ryan. That's why it's a problem that you said you loved her.
Arlo looks at Wintera just like, he does that slow look over of like, of just like, I don't know what to do with you anymore.
Jordan is still fucking dying in the background.
Oh, good.
God!
Don't die.
Oh, that got me. Holy shit.
Don't die.
Oh, okay, so yeah, you have a dragon friend. Congrats.
So everyone, if you're interested in making fan art, his name is Polly Darton. How much control do I have over Polly's appearance?
That depends on what you say next.
Can he also have a small little cowboy hat that he like wears that like has one of those little ties underneath it for like when it's a kid's cowboy hat so they don't lose it?
You know, I'm not even lying. I'm here for it.
Honestly.
And also a little bolo tie.
As Polly looks at you, it kind of like shakes itself off like a dog that just got out of the rain, and all of a sudden it now has a little ghost cowboy hat.
Oh, God!
Yeah! Yeah, my boy!
What a strange little creature. In a good way.
I've only had Polly for 5 seconds, but if anything happened to him, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Interesting.
Safe looks at Modi. She, like, gestures, like, to Arlo and the dragon. Like, she doesn't even, like, repeat herself this time. She's just like, you see this? We could have that. That, I don't want you inside of me. That's just wrong.
That's what she said.
Don't go there. Don't you have some souls in the 9 hells to torture?
You don't actually think I'm a cat, do you?
No, of fucking course. I don't think you're an actual cat.
Hey, do you think we found poisonous mushrooms when we fed them to Modi? It would get rid of him? She says, looking around as she realizes that it's really musty in here and there's a chance mushrooms can be growing. But also, she finds the little orb thingy and it's like, oh, this is interesting looking.
I'll address that in a second. Real quick, you do know you can make mushrooms, right?
Oh, I know.
I'm about to say, I know I gave you that.
It was more of a side comment, like going along with like ragging on Modi.
Okay, gotcha. Just in case you actually wanted to try.
We'll see later.
Okay, but you find this orb, and as you get closer to it, you realize the image inside is of an older tabaxi. One that, because of what Bookworm showed you in her dream, you realize is the original Bookworm. As you pick it up, it begins to shine, and then an illusion is cast on the room around you, and suddenly you see Bookworm is there. Not actually, but the visage of him is there.
Like a hologram.
Yes. The Bookworm that you are all more familiar with walks up towards this illusion, holding out her hand wantingly. But then the illusion begins to speak.
Alright, this is my first test, an attempt to cure death itself. I believe the secret is in... Who am I kidding? It may not even be possible. I think if I can bring spells to life, I can harness that power. More than just learning a spell and casting it, but really making it a force that all people can use. I know I want my wife back, but it's not fair if I'm the only one who gets what they want. I'll start off slow, make sure I can figure out exactly how this works, but I'm going to have to go pretty high up for what I want. After all, well, we'll get there when we get there. For now, let's see if I can create a mage hand with a will of its own.
And the illusion fades.
Hey guys, that sounds like the thing that we encountered. Guys?
That was my thought exactly, Arlo.
So he did it. He actually did it. He brought a spell to life.
But what does that mean?
I don't know. But I don't like it. I'm gonna investigate the lever.
Cool, it is on the roof 30 feet above you. How do you get to it?
I have a grappling hook.
Alright, roll a ranged attack roll on it.
Do you guys see that up there?
when Tara looks up, she's like, "Oh, yeah, that's interesting."
Yeah, that's a lever there.
I'm just gonna warn you, I really want to pull it.
Oh, hey, say, what we could do instead is not that.
Do you see any magic on it?
I look at it with my special eyes.
You do not.
Yes.
All right.
Deception versus Saith's insight.
Ah, fuck.
Oh boy.
You know he's lying.
Wait, I can still save it.
Uh-huh.
So that's a 5 plus my deception, which is 0. So it is a 5.
Oh
So
my
Katie,
god.
what'd you get on insight?
I rolled a 12, so I got higher than him.
Nice.
Yeah, no, he paused for way too long.
It wasn't like, hey, you see any magic on it? No, it was like, you see any magic on it? Nah.
When Tara is just like, "Wait, Saith, first. Hold on." And she's gonna look at Bookworm and see if any of this is starting to look familiar at all.
Like you're just trying to read her reaction?
Yes, but she's also just going to kind of like come like closer to her as like a. Does any of this bring back anything, or is it still missing?
You feel a breeze as you hear. I remember this place. It was where it was that I forgot. Even now that we're here, I don't know if I could come back here. But I do remember being here when it was less musty. It was always about this cluttered. The egg was new.
What about that lever?
I don't know. I was only ever in this room. I never went any further in. This is as far as I ever spent time with him.
All right, pull the lever, Saith.
Pulling the lever.
Wrong lever!
I believe I asked for a ranged attack to see if you could get the damn thing, so...
I rolled a 17.
Yeah, so with a 17, you are able to get the lever with your grappling hook, and then you give it a quick pull, and from the door, you hear click.
Huh. All right. Well, time to move forward, I guess.
Do I see any magic on the door?
Nope.
Hey, Saith, make sure you check that door for traps.
Checks door for traps.
Roll investigation.
323.
You do not see any traps on this thing. It is a normal-ass door.
All right. Normal-ass door.
With a unique locking mechanic that requires you to pull a lever 30 feet off the air.
What a strange way to get into another room in someone's home.
Not necessarily. I'm guessing that we're about to walk in on a bunch of his experiments. If
I may, real quick, roll insight for me, all of you.
Okay, well, that was a nat 20 plus 11, so 31.
Nice.
I got a 12.
Arlo, you do not catch this. You are too busy playing with your newfound friend, getting in some quality parental bonding time.
He's just like licking my face, and I'm just rolling around the ground like, ha 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 ha.
I made you the leader, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you fucking did. You did do that.
You guys realize that the range of 30 feet is the same as Mage Hand, which is the spell that Bookworm is attempting to animate.
That's an interesting coincidence.
Yeah, coincidence, we'll go with that.
Yeah, my guess is that we're about to walk in on a bunch of experiments.
So you guys make your way into the second room. It appears to be about as disorganized as the first one. Same musty smell. There are less notes in here. It's still a considerable mess, but far, far less than what it was in the beginning. It seems like once he managed to figure out the mage hand thing, things started to go at least a little bit smoother for him. But like last time, Montera, you do see that there is another orb, like the first one.
There's another one of those weird, speaky orbs. She's gonna go pick it up.
All right, once you do that, once again, it begins to glow, and another illusion of Bookworm appears before you all again. This time, he looks far happier than he did in the original. The first one, he looked a little stressed out. Now he looks kind of happy, like, because he's making progress. And it begins to speak and says,
I've actually managed to get the mage hand to work. I've been making some progress and almost have the concept of a first level spell down. I've decided to try something a little bit more potent, a little more dangerous, but it's going to be necessary as I begin climbing into higher and higher spells. It's an inevitability, so I might as well start now with something I at least know is more easily controlled. So I will begin attempting to animate magic missile.
and it ends.
If we're assuming that hand we had to fight earlier is mage hand and he animated it, I don't like the sound of having to deal with animated magic missile.
No, nor do I.
Well, alright, so I get, starting with a benign spell like Mage Hand for your first one, but why on earth for your second try would you try Magic Missile? Alright, I've made a hand. Now, deadly knife bullets that never miss. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, we may have had some fire-happy wizards in the forest at one point, so I've had my own encounters with Magic Missile. I don't like it too much.
So as you look around the room, you now see that there is once again a door on the far end. This room is far larger than the last one was, and you see that there are 3 targets on 3 separate ends of the room. They are very far apart from each other.
What another coincidence.
Yeah, definitely.
She says more sarcastically this time.
What do you do?
What indeed?
Well, I don't think any of us can do that.
Yeah, I don't know Magic Missile, you guys. That's more of a, wizard, sorcerer type of deal.
Saith, you've got a crossbow.
I do have a crossbow. 16.
Okay, you managed to hit one of them.
Okay. Aiming at the next.
Okay.
I rolled a 12.
It's a little bit off, but it still hits the target.
Okay.
Hurts your ego more than anything, honestly.
Fair enough. That one's a 15.
That one hits. Nothing happens.
Huh. Alright, well, apparently it has to be magic.
Roll insight for me. All of you.
18. I'm rolling low today.
Ooh, baby, that's a natural 20.
Nice. Yeah, that's only a 15 for me.
Wow, I think that's the lowest you've gotten. That's still pretty respectable.
That's a 4 on the die.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like I definitely wasted that 20.
No, it's still pretty important. So, you guys remember with the first room, none of you cast Mage Hand, and it still worked. It seems like the key is less using the spell and more imitating its effect. And with Magic Missile, even though none of you guys can cast it, it wouldn't be crazy to say that y'all have a base idea on how it works since this is a common spell. And all 3 of the base blasts on a first level Magic Missile go out simultaneously.
Oh, all we gotta do is hit it at the same time.
There you go.
Okay. So we each take a long-ranged attack at it then.
They're on ground level, by the way.
So we all just need to take a melee hit on it then.
We just all attack it at the same time. Simultaneously. We just punch it.
Okay, so now we get to have my really fun mechanic where you all have to roll d20s over and over again until you get it at the same time, but that's stupid. No, you guys go do that and it works. It clicks.
Yay.
Yay! We get what we want.
Could you imagine if I did that?
I would be sad.
If we had to roll the exact same numbers.
We would write, Jordan, these characters in your fictional world. We would rise up against you, you false guy.
Arlo! So you guys make your way into the next room. And this time, again, it's the same as before. The notes get progressively less and, like, it's... At no point does it ever feel like a reasonable amount of notes that you could read through all of them, but it's more counting by the piles.
Hey, can I just keep, like, keep taking all the notes that we keep finding and then just keep shoving them in the bag of holding to be taken back in the headquarters so, like, they can be looked over?
Sure.
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna do that.
Alright. So you do that. Once again, there's another orb there, and the door itself is actually made of glass and acts like a mirror.
The orb is in front of the glass door mirror?
The orb is just, like, in the room, like the other ones. The placement of the orb is generally pretty irrelevant.
Okay. I guess Wintera will pick up this third one.
Alright, as the illusion comes out, you see Bookworm once again saying,
It is time to begin second level trials. Admittedly, perhaps having Magic Missile be my first level spell choice was not the smartest idea. There was some damages done to the lab.
Arlo in the background like, see, I fucking told ya!
I assumed because it always hits that it was more easily controllable. It turns out when sentience is involved, that changes, and it just doesn't miss. But lesson learned, that's why we do these trials. I'm fortunately hardy enough that I can take some magic missiles and keep on going. But we're going to be taking it a little bit safer this time. Going to try mirror image. That seems far less likely to cause damage. Not really related to the experiments, but I met someone today. A little girl that's native to the forest. She found me while I was out gathering material components, and she had such wonder and curiosity to her, asking so many questions, and she even followed me back. Spent some time together, talking, telling me about what it is that she does here in the forest, mostly playing, and I told her about my past with magics. I shouldn't get sidetracked with such trivialities. Let us begin the experiment.
and it cuts off.
Why must you be so hurtful?
Wintera side-eyes Bookworm for checking her reaction.
She's starting to tear up a little bit.
Baby. Oh.
I side-eyed Jordan and check for his reaction to see if he still has a human soul.
I have a shit-eating grin. What do you all do?
Wintera's just like, so I'm sure it's not the most unheard of thing that I'm not the smartest person. I don't know what that spell does or how we should go about this one.
Oh, well, I can help you out with that. Mirror Image is actually a spell that creates two illusory duplicates of you, so it is more difficult for people to be able to ascertain which of you is the real one, since they have three choices they must make.
So essentially, this mirror is gonna create two different images of us?
Maybe, I don't know. It's not my lair.
I feel like letting that mirror make copies of us would be very bad tactically, and I say this as someone who's had to fight both of his friends in one day.
2 day.
And that day has been this day. It's been a real long day. Why don't we take a nap or something?
You did. It was called a short rest.
Oh yeah.
That was the whole last episode.
Yeah, remember you fell asleep halfway through the game that we were playing.
No, I didn't.
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
Well, we should probably pick the person that if their illusory duplicate came at us, we'd be able to take them easiest. So, Sibo, you're up.
Scoot Sibo forward is exactly what I was thinking.
As soon as you do that, he looks back like, wait, hold on, not the child? Me?
No.
Well, honestly, Sibo, I mean that boy's pretty strong, and Sibo, you're good at other stuff.
Also, he's a shepherd of fire, so not a shepherd of fire. Sorry, he's a
wildfire druid.
He's a circle of wildfire. So definitely don't want to go up against that in a structure made mostly out of wood.
I mean, it's right. Oh, fine. And Sibo walks up to the mirror. Nothing happens.
Hey, Sibo, you doing it right?
I don't think it does what you think it does.
Hey guys, you know how we've been having to duplicate everything so far? I think we've got to figure out a way to duplicate that, maybe? But I don't know how we would.
So does anyone know, like, disguise self?
Oh,
Anyone besides
no.
Asmodeus? Asmodeus, why'd you even come here? Nobody likes you.
It's not a popularity contest. It's about getting what's mine. Besides, I'm bound to save. So deal with it.
You're also bound to not having any fucking friends.
First of all, you and I have a contract. That does not mean that you owe me.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, so you own me even less.
I said bonded, not own. That part comes later.
Wait, are you saying you have a bond with Saith now, and you guys have been bonding, and now you're making friends with Saith?
Haven't you heard him be making innuendos towards me this whole time? Like, seriously.
Maybe that's his love language.
My love language is taking over her body and subsequently the material plane.
That sounds like an issue.
I say a go.
Yeah, that sounds pretty problematic, compadre. Maybe try easing up on it, or, try to even up, find a middle ground.
Alright, guys, I think this might be our only option.
I will say real quick before you do that, as Sibo explained, mirror image creates 2 duplicates, not just 1. So, Modi is not going to be enough.
Does anybody have any illusion spells?
Ah, yes, the Holy Path of Bahamut, rife with illusion magic.
Hey, Saith, you know that thing you can do where you can cast any spell?
Yeah?
Oh my god!
Oh.
Oh my god! Oh my god! We talked about it this episode.
Alright, let me just fire up this Mizium apparatus real quick.
Oh my god, Christina's on fucking...
I have told you guys that I am not smart, okay? I'm just doing the best that I can.
That also only just occurred to me, so because I'm sitting here all right, there's obviously got to be a way for us to naturally figure this out. I was like, wait.
Yeah, I don't have the Mizium apparatus on my items list either, so I need to add that with the wording that I need for it.
Okay, so you expend a spell slot to cast a spell as normal, but before resolving it, you must make an intelligence arcana check. The DC is 10 plus twice the level of the spell slot you expend to cast the spell.
So how high do I have to roll?
I think that means 14 for this one.
Yeah, because you're a warlock, you're capped at 2nd level, so you have to cast whatever you're doing as a 2nd level spell because warlock.
Okay, so what spell would work best for this?
Mirror image.
Mirror image? Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Okay.
You are grounded now.
You know what the funny thing is? I completely forgot about the Mizium apparatus when I came up with this.
Fair enough.
Jordan.
Wait, Jordan, what did you think the solution was going to be?
I had a solution in mind. We could talk about that later, but it was also supposed to be open-ended.
Okay, so I made it. I rolled a 15.
Yeah, just barely you make it. You see this thing sort of siphon Modi's power, and Modi does not look happy about that at all.
Yeah,
Good.
suck it, asshole.
Everyone, quick, as a group, we need to flip off Modi.
What does that mean?
Don't listen to him, honey.
Don't.
Where you see, you just take all your fingers up, and then you put one...
No.
You know what? Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
He's 5 years old, Arlo.
Excuse you, I'm 6.
I feel like we're full forgetting that they eat people's
I'm
legs.
sorry, I didn't realize you had a birthday. He is 6 years old, Arlo.
Come on, man. They eat people's legs. Where are the rules?
We don't eat legs, that's gross. We eat knees.
It's only people who've done bad things to the forest.
Or pigs.
Or pigs.
And thus well deserved.
All right, so no, vulgar language or sexual content, but all the violence is cool. What is the Dark Knight family? American television?
What's an American and what's a television?
I don't know. And then just a 1,000-yard stare.
Arlo, you start to have a nosebleed. Alright, so yeah, say you with your illusory clones walk in front of the mirror, and once all three are within it, the mirror begins to warble and turn into a door.
Yay! We're gonna go through that door.
Yes, you are. Alright, you walk through that. You are in the next room.
Huzzah!
So, on the door, you see a painting of a person that appears to just be looking forward, but they're also, the eyes are painted in such a way that it's one of those ones where it looks like they're always looking at you, no matter where you are.
Huh, disturbing.
Yeah, that's unsettling.
I don't like it.
Yeah, man, the composition on these things is just absolute garbage. I mean, the entirety of the subject matter is derivative and amateurish at best. The color palette they picked is just god-awful. I mean, am I the only one who likes art, you guys?
Well, I mean, it's definitely a clever use, but not a fan.
What does this orb do? When Tara has gone looking for it.
It does the same thing all the other ones do. It summons an illusion of Bookworm, which begins to speak, and this is what you all hear.
It's funny, actually. I've made it so far with this, and yet it feels like I'm still so far away from my goal. It's funny, we wizards are known for just how many spells we can know. The world is viewed as our lexicon, the means for which we have to the arcane world, and yet we have only but a single spell that can revive the dead. It had to be Wish. Had to be Wish. Well, I have come as far as 3rd level, so let's see if I can make this one work. This might get a little uncomfortable, but I don't have many options as far as what I've managed to learn, so let's see what happens when one animates the fear spell.
And it cuts off.
What?
Yeah, I'll take the worst ideas ever for 500, Alex.
What a weird statement, but also that was definitely not the best idea.
Who's Alex?
Oh yeah, Alex was just one of my buddies from military school. He was really, really good at trivia.
You know, Alex Treebeck.
Oh,
he was actually an
God.
exchange student. He was an
Fuck out.
ent. Alex Treebeck.
Get the fuck out.
Jordan,
Get
can I please be
fuck
candid?
out.
Fuck it, why not?
Get
Yeah.
the fuck out.
Yeah!
Oh, was he a druid too?
He was a very talented druid.
Interesting.
What do you all do?
I don't know, man. I'm still reeling from getting to have Alex Treebeck and my ghost boy, like, all in one day. As far as I'm concerned, this session is a full win.
Oh man, I can't.
Well, the fear spell's been animated, so
Horrifying.
that's real bad shit.
If I have to tell you guys what fear does, we're gonna have a problem.
It'd make you do a fear.
Thank you. The question is, do any of us have access to it? Outside of the museum apparatus happening, I think, because Saith can't do that because it's 3rd level.
Hey, Tara, why don't you do your thing where you're all like, unreasonably scary?
Could I intimidate the door?
I don't know. Can you? You tell me.
When Tara, sighs, she's like, I don't know if this will work. Fine. And she puffs up, kind of like Monsters, Inc.-esque, and shakes her fur out and walks up to the door and is gonna roar at it.
Question. Are you still holding Oliver?
No. I've set him down.
Okay. You do that, and the painting actually shifts to look deeply afraid. And you hear a click.
Convenient.
Huh.
Nice.
Neat.
Very nicely done.
Yeah.
So as you guys go into the next room, again, everything appears to be more or less the same, but with the door this time, there's not one. There is a door frame, but it's just wall behind it. There is no actual door.
Okay.
All right. Well, is the orb visible for this one?
No, you have to find the orb this time. I'm being a douchebag on this particular room.
I mean, if there's no door, there may be no orb. I had to check.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense, but no, you find the orb.
Okay. Well, I guess let's watch this one. Figure out what this one's thing is.
So as it comes up, you see Bookworm say,
I don't know why I all of a sudden find myself thinking back on my past. It's been so long since I was banished from my hometown. Oh, because I was a little too ambitious. Ironically, it's why I find myself here now. I wanted so badly to show the valors of magic. And in the end, it cost my beautiful wife her life. I abandoned my name on that day. No longer would I be head in the clouds. Rather pretentious name, if any. But I definitely earned it. I always thought ahead, never focusing on the here and now. And now, here I am trying desperately to undo my mistake and make it so I'm the last person that needs to feel this pain. Perhaps it's because I thought animating fear was a good idea. I really need to think more about this when I do these spells, but I don't think this next one should be a problem. We're going to animate Dimension Door.
and it cuts off.
Dimension door.
Dimension door.
I'd imagine someone needs to go through that door frame.
How?
Don't we have a cloak that can do that? Or wait,
What?
I don't think we ever took that cloak. Never mind.
Ooh,
Wait,
you know what we do have though?
That key.
Oh yeah, I do have a key that opens like any locks or non-magical doors.
But wasn't one of us have the like cartoon black dot that you put on the ground and you can like
Portal.
yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
Oh,
The
okay.
portable
Well,
hole's basically like a bag of holding, but less good.
It can be
fair
good in
enough.
certain circumstances, fortunately.
That's alright, fine.
Hey, Sibo, what is this? What is this spell? What does this one do?
Oh, well, when you cast Dimension Door, it effectively creates a door and allows you to pass through to any other location. It's a teleportation spell.
Do you have to be thinking about where you want to go?
I mean, typically, yes, which makes this one rather curious, especially since there's not a door there. I wonder if it's more allegorical than anything.
Wintera is gonna cautiously place a hand up against where the theoretical door should be.
You feel wall.
Well, I mean, this just feels like a wall, so you can't, I guess, just walk through it.
Hey, Arlo, don't you have a warhammer?
Yeah. What about it?
Don't you have a crossbow?
Are you suggesting that he take a warhammer to the theoretical door's location and just bang it down?
Alright, so let me get this straight. You would like me to take one of my most prized possessions and smash it against a most likely magical, invisible wall, of which we have no idea what the effects will be on my most precious hammer, or me.
Yes!
Alright, so,
Seeing as how many magical locks that I have picked for you that have either poisoned me or cursed me. Yes. That
I
is
healed
exactly
you.
what I am suggesting.
yeah, alright.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, fucking owe me for this. Arlo goes over with his warhammer.
Roll to hit.
That's gonna be whatever 17 plus 9 is. It's 26.
That's correct. You bring your warhammer down on it a little bit hesitantly because you do not want your precious warhammer to be damaged. And as you make contact with this wall, You realize that your detect magic spell is still active and you have not noticed anything as your hammer cleaves through the wall, legging the way through to the next room.
Nice.
This is a stupid wall. Arlo destroys the rest of the wall.
See, I told you.
Hey, maybe don't destroy the entire wall so the tree doesn't fall in on us.
But no, not like that. I mean, I imagine he made a hole with the first strike and he just kind of like widens it out so you can walk through.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, you do that, and you all make your way through to the 6th room. So, this one does not appear to have any sort of weird decorum with the door. It is just a regular door. At this point, you start to notice that the rooms appear to be less worn. Like, they still have significant signs of aging, but even if only slightly, they do appear to be more recent. And as always, you find the orb.
Before I pick up this other orb, has it felt like we're just going like straight back, or are we going down, or in a circle? Like, what does it feel like we're doing?
It feels like you are going down.
Okay. All right. I pick up this one.
Alright, so you pick up this orb, and once again, the illusion appears.
It has been extremely difficult moving forward with this. I'm running out of spells that are safer to work with. That's the problem, I suppose, with getting higher level spells is the danger increases with them. My friend has been quite helpful with easing my stress. I enjoy when she comes over. She's always so curious, so eager to learn. But I cannot let myself get distracted. I enjoy our conversations, but progress must still be made. As I said, I do not have many safe spells left. In fact, I'd wager Dimension Door may have been the last one that couldn't possibly be a problem. It is with great reluctance that I now move on to trying to animate Cone of Cold.
And cuts off.
Ice knives.
Yep. What does this door look like?
A door. This one's not, like, special in any way compared to the other ones, though I will say it does have a slight magical aura, which the earlier doors did not, which were more mechanical. As of late, they've been more magical.
What kind of magical aura?
The kind that will unlock when the right trigger hits it.
I should be able to see the School of Magic.
Yeah, but I don't feel like trying to figure out what that school of magic is.
Boo.
Alright, fuck it. Everyone back up.
I'm gonna listen to the lady.
Arlo backs up.
She's gonna cast an ice knife at the door.
Alright, do you have to roll to hit for that one?
I do.
Alright, go ahead and do it.
Yeah, if it misses, isn't there still like a deck save from the ice shards nearby?
From the door, yeah. It just depends on how much ice we get in
Yeah,
with.
Jordan, can you have that door make a deck save?
Make the door a deck save.
Oh wow, it failed, weird.
13.
Yeah, no, you land it right on the door, and then the magical explosion goes off, and as the frost covers the door, you all hear clink.
Okay. I'm feeling very uneasy about all of this.
Are you okay?
Yes. I just feel worried after everything that's happened in the last 2 days. This just feels like a lot is going to be a lot.
Feel a small hand tug on your leg, like, it's gonna be okay.
Saith puts her hand on her shoulder.
It will be.
Arlo gives like a playful little punch and says, well, besides, you got us here.
Oh, thanks. And she punches him back,
Ow!
but does not understand the playful part.
Muhammad Almighty, why do you hit so hard?
Why are you so weak?
What he said.
Arlo gives Oliver a wet willy.
As you do that, a little bit of fire comes out as he unconsciously casts a spell on you.
I think I'm still fireproof right now from Big Betty's.
I mean, it still happens, like... I wasn't gonna say cold comes out, that wouldn't make sense.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, so you make your way into the next room. Similar to a few rooms ago, the door once again appears to be a mirror. And you find the orb on, just lying on a table.
She cautiously picks it up this time.
As it does, the illusion of Bookworm once again shows up, and he looks like a wreck. He is very clearly under the effects of a lot of stress. His fur is horribly matted. He has deep bags under his eyes. His breathing appears to be pretty heavy. It's clear that this has started to take its toll on him. But it begins to speak and says,
I was regrettably correct about Cone of Cold proving problematic. I'm running out of spells. I wonder if perhaps I should go out into the world and try and find more, but I don't want to delay this any further. My wife has been dead for too long as is. Too many people out there are suffering. It's becoming more dangerous. I've on occasion traveled through the forest, into the woods to the north and to the town beyond in hopes of finding scrolls, but most of what they have is of magics of levels I've already figured out. I feel like I'm starting to get more of a handle on it. But I need to figure out a spell for the experiment following this one. Before this one finishes. Or I may be... No, I can't think like that. The next spell I will be trying to animate is Eye Bite.
and it cuts off.
I bite.
I actually fully don't remember what that spell does.
Sibo?
Oh, yes, that's a rather rare spell, honestly. I can't say I've really ever seen anyone cast it, but I'm still familiar with it. I believe it has the ability to inflict one of 3 possible conditions. It can either lull someone to sleep, it can instill a sense of great fear in them, or it can even infect them with a horrid disease.
Just like that one time Saith tried to make dinner.
Excuse me, I am a very good cook, thank you very much.
Are you suggesting we cook the door dinner?
I mean...
So we either need to scare it, inflict it with a disease, or what was the third option?
make it sleep.
Make it sleep.
I will say this. When it was the mirror back on Mirror Image, it needed to reflect an image, and it was only the painting that needed to be interacted with directly. And since this one is a mirror again, it may need to be a reflection once more.
Okay, so
Fuck it, can I try scaring it again?
Yeah, go nuts.
When Tara actually looks at everyone, she's like, I don't really like being this scary, to be honest. Can you guys, not watch this time?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Arlo is already turned around, not looking, just full on playing with Polly.
Saith is rocking Asmodeus in her arms like a baby.
23.
You let out a ferocious roar as the room echoes with it. But the door does not give.
Yeah, that didn't work, guys.
It was cool, though.
Thanks, alls.
We could, so doors can't exactly get disease, but we could try burning it down?
Did you just say burn glass?
Oh, it's glass.
Yeah, it's a
right.
mirror.
Right.
As was my hint earlier, was that it's a mirror, and it may be similar to the last mirror challenge.
Would infestation count as a disease?
I'd be willing to work with that.
Nice.
I'd be willing to cast infestation on myself and fail to save.
Okay. While you're doing that, everyone roll me insight checks.
Ah, natural 20. Hell yeah.
Thank God.
I got a 28.
You both realize that with the original mirror, it just wanted to see something that looked like the effect of the spell. And with this one, you have 3 effects that it can cast. So all the mirror would likely need is just a reflection of what that might... Like, it needs to see those effects.
So, casting infestation on herself would work.
I mean, a third of the way.
It needs to see all 3.
So what were the 3 again?
Sleep, fear, and sickness.
Sleep, fear, and sickness.
Wait. Does anyone have that one spell that makes it look like you're dead?
I do not have it prepped. Wait. So while when Tara's doing her thing, Arlo's gonna take his new precious baby boy, just cradle him and sing him a lullaby. Probably one of the songs from his namesake. Wonderful songs like "Working 8 to 4." Career that has hours of 8 to 4 is the name of the song.
Roll performance.
I can't imagine I have a performance bonus, but I'm going to look anyway.
I'd be shocked.
I do not, but that's still 16.
It's actually not bad.
Does it lull my precious baby boy to sleep?
Oh, for sure.
Little babies.
My career has long hours that take me from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
And then when Tara feigns illness, and so...
Can someone pretend to be scared?
Pretend, yeah.
Wait, so let's say just pick up Sibo and then just whisper something terrible in his ear, and he just starts squirming put me down.
Actually, yeah, her tail wraps around Sibo like an anaconda, and she fucking the grappling hook presses up against the skin on his neck,
Roll intimidation with advantage.
She
amazing.
all of a sudden kind of resembles Asmodeus just a little bit. She's scary.
I'm so proud.
Ugh.
For intimidation, let me see. It's a +3. 18.
Sibo looks legitimately terrified, and the mirror begins to warble once again with the reflection of all 3 of its subjects, and a door appears.
I'm really kind of over all of this funhouse nonsense.
This is not a fun house.
No, it's not.
I'm having fun.
Are there houses they call fun houses that are usually not fun? Is that a weird city thing, Saith?
I'll explain later.
Also, great tact asking that to the person whose best friend died in a circus.
She doesn't know it's part of a circus.
No.
I assume you didn't realize that when you said it either.
No, I did.
Oh, wow, you're...
Damn,
That's
Christina.
very mean.
But when Tara would not.
Damn. Okay.
It's what my character would do, you guys.
I mean, fuck it, it is.
That's why Saith was just I'll talk to you about it later.
Okay, so, next room.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Sibo.
Sets him down.
It's fine. Random question. Did any of you bring a spare change of clothes? Preferably gnome-sized.
Sorry, bud, can't help you there. Unless you want to get swallowed by my black pudding.
I don't even want to know what that means, I'll make do.
Oh, wait, I think I've got something. And, I'll ask if Jordan will allow me to have, purely for comedy's sake, a baby onesie.
If you can tell me, for what possible reason, you'd have a baby onesie.
Arlo might keep emergency midwifing supplies while he's traveling on the road.
He is a doctor.
In the bag of holding.
I'll allow it.
Oh my god.
Yeah!
Dragonborn-sized onesie?
I can't believe we're putting a gnome in a onesie.
With an unfortunate... oh wait, no, that's right, Dragonborn don't have tails, never mind.
Oh yeah, I mean, Dragonborn don't do live births, but I imagine you would know how.
Either a hole for the tail or just extra fabric for the tail, but then I remember that's not a thing you have.
Yeah, thanks for rubbing it in, Jordan.
Wait, I thought some of them could have tails. It's just wings they don't usually have.
No, that's half dragons, and they're not even in this edition.
Oh,
At least not yet, I don't think.
No, that was established early on that Arlo does not have a tail.
Mm.
Okay, so, next room.
I'm really glad that I didn't give Safe hooves.
Yeah, now you can wear all these fun shoes. So, you guys make your way into the next room. This room is quite different than all the other ones. First of all, there is no door. Not like when there was only the door frame. There is nothing. This room ends here. And everything is spread about and tattered. Not like it's just a mess, but as if there was some sort of a struggle. And on the floor, off to the side, you do see the orb.
I don't know what's going to be on this orb, but I just want to make sure everyone's ready before we pick it up.
Hey, before we get deep into the lore, can I ask like a small mechanical question?
Sure.
The orbs that we've been encountering, like, are they like made out of light or energy, or are they like physical orbs?
They're just like glass balls that store these pre-recorded illusions.
All right, can we say that I've been like keeping those and like gathering them in the bag of holding as well? Just like I mean, honestly, I'm trying to like act more like we're like actual like agents of something. Like we we just went to this lab that is very clearly full with all manner of illegal research, and it's like we should probably be collecting this stuff for like evidence or something.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
I have zero qualms with that. So do you all pick up the last one?
Is everyone ready?
Let's do it.
Oh wait, hold on. And then I straighten Polly's hat. All right, go.
Wintera looks at Bookworm to make sure she's ready too.
Safe is gonna put her hand on the little one's shoulder. Because, I mean, I'm sure this is hard for him too.
Oliver doesn't seem nearly as bothered by it, but he is also still a child.
That's true.
But Bookworm, you can tell just by looking at her, she's very clearly not in a good place emotionally, but she still nods, saying that she feels like she needs this more than she is able to handle it, which I'm sure most people know what that feeling is like.
Wintera will pick this one up, but also grab Bookworm's hand with her other hand that she's not holding the orb with.
As when you were traveling through the forest, she grips it tightly. As the orb lights up and the illusion takes form, you see Bookworm. Before, he just looked stressed out and worried, but now the look in his eyes, you see true fear. And he begins to speak and says,
I was so desperately hoping to avoid this. I wondered whether or not I should postpone until I could find a different spell. But it would take far too long to find something like that. I don't have the time. I've waited far too long. I don't know how much longer I can hold out with this, and I'm so close. I'm so close. I actually got to see my friend again, the little Fieldbook girl. She really has made this so much easier. I was thinking perhaps I should give her a gift. I know it's not common for their kind. It's not really something they focus on. But as someone who abandoned their own, I thought it might be nice to give her a name. I was thinking...
And you see the illusion pull out a pressed flower that he has as a necklace and says,
I thought Lily might be a good one. Thoughts for later. I truly wish I had another spell, but it's the only 7th level spell I know. Time to see what happens when one animates. Finger of Death.
And this time, it does not cut off. This time, you see him activate the spell. And as it takes form, you all see the hand. As it begins to move freely, Bookworm has a momentary look of relief as he's managed to do it, and it appears to just be idle. But then the hand turns to face Bookworm, and as it points, a column of dark, necrotic energy erupts around Bookworm. And as it fades, his flesh melts off, and what you see is the form of the necromancer, bound to the will of this now animated finger of death. And as the illusion fades, that is where we shall pause our tale for now. Hello, everyone. This is your sometimes benevolent, often malevolent Dungeon Master, Jordan Roman, here for a couple of post-episode announcements. I'd like to thank you guys for listening and ask you to stick around until the end for a couple bloopers that didn't get to make it into the episode proper. Before I get into the plugs, I just wanted to let you all know we're going to be taking a little bit of a break from the main campaign going into October. We're going to be doing a special Halloween-themed series of episodes DM'd by our very own Drew McLean. Much like we did last year, only this time we're going more all out with it. So it's a whole month of spooky content. We'll be resuming our stuff in November, continuing on with the main series. If you want to catch some extra stuff like the after show for this episode, or any of the Halloween after shows, then you can head on over to our Patreon over at patreon.com/agentsofdamned. You can also catch our monthly Tales of series, where we dive a little bit deeper into some characters from the stories. We also have a website you can support us at, agentsofdamned.com, where you can find full bios of each of the cast members, full transcriptions of our episodes, and a link to our merch. That's right, we have merch. You can also access our merch over at tpublic.com/user/AOD. If you would like to get in contact with us a little bit more socially, shall we say, then you can head on over to our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or our TikTok. Our Facebook is AOD, our Instagram and TikTok are Agents of Damned, and our Twitter is Agents of D. If you'd like to talk to either myself, Christina, or Katie, then you can do so at Pokechat for me, at Greekachu for Christina, and at Missy Mystery for Katie. Drew still does not have one. We're working on it, folks. I promise you, he'll crack any day now. Of course, you can also find all of us, including Drew, believe it or not, on our Discord. Discord server is AOD. We would love to have you there to discuss fan theories, submit art or memes, or just, talk to us. If you want to do something a little bit more fun, then you can head on over to our Twitch at twitch.tv/AODcast. I am currently streaming over there, just, kind of whatever floats my boat right now. No real set schedule because I work nights, so it's hard to get a set schedule. But trying. Anyway, if you like the show, please feel free to leave us a review. Helps us out so much. And of course, share it with a friend. Until next time, bye! Well, you gruesome oaf. Do you see anything that you like?
I mean, I guess there's some good stuff here, but I don't know, it's all too prissy for my taste. Yeah, I think it's more like for the everyman and don't sacrifice on comfort in any way?
I'm going to ignore how hurtful that comment was. Let's see. Something that is intended for any one person, but also is comfortable. I'm going to do something I normally wouldn't do and recommend a competitor. Have you thought about Black Feather Apparel?
Who that?
Black Feather Apparel is an online retailer that sells a wide variety of graphic tees.
I do like me a graphic tee.
Not only that, but they also have several hoodies that are equally as gorgeous as they are comfortable.
Alright, well, what about like my lower half? I'm glad that my upper half will be nice and comfy, but I don't want my buttock to get all chilly.
My goodness, you're so boorish. Fortunately, they also carry several different sweatpants and leggings, each as comfortable as the last.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with that. Sounds like a much better fit than your crap. Where can I find them?
My goodness, I hate you so much. You can find them at blackfeatherapparel.com. You can also find them on Facebook and Instagram under the same name. Remember, you big stupid oaf, it's blackfeatherapparel.com.
She rolled a 17. I think
Can anyone hear
you
me?
not hear?
Oh, fuck me.
Do you not hear us? Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Did we lose him?
Serious?
We might
Why?
have. Don't stop your recording.
I won't.
Jordaroni. Jordaroo. Well, everyone,
Yeah.
while we're sorting out our technical difficulties, how's it going at home?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Hey, Jordan, I have your mom's number queued up on my phone so I can call her and ask what she did to you to make you this way. I'm imagining just like calling your mom and she's just like, "Hey, look, man, like babies are freaking slippery." Wait, so Oliver remembers that he was dead, and he remembers like what happened after the lab, right?
Uh-huh.
Poor baby.
But does he remember why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
So anyway,
Okay, that's the
what am I
last
supposed to do
one
with you?
for a while, probably.
Maybe.
okay. Can you guys hear me again?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you again now.
Okay, cool. My internet crapped out for a second.
He's gone again.
Oh, we lost him.
Okay, so
He got
anyway,
eaten by a bear. Well, everyone,
did you ever
Jordan
roll
is
that
dead,
range
so
attack?
this has been the final episode of the podcast. We thank you all for listening with us.
No.
He did get eaten by goats because he moved to a goat-infested
Hello?
wasteland with a bunch of goats around him that
Is
were
it now?
constantly plotting his downfall. I warned him of the ghosts and their untrustworthy nature, and he said pish
was
posh
picking that
and
up.
sickety sauce.
Did I lose it again?
Which I thought was just a weird phrase in general, but that's exactly
Son
what he
of a
said verbatim, and you can quote me on that.
Splish
and so-
splash, I was taking a bath.
Yeah, that's actually how he died. He was taking a bath, and they knew he was vulnerable, so they just crawled right on in there. They screamed their unholy goat screams that sound like the screams of a man. They looked at him with their weird fucking rectangular pupils, and then they just bit him. They just bit him a whole bunch. And now Jordan died. Jordan got eaten by
Thank you
goats.
for the latest update, Goat Hater 87. And now for the weather. The latest weather coming out of the town of Silvery Moon, along the forest of the Dark Night Woods, or in the forest of Lost Giants, is there's fucking zombies everywhere.
We go
Keep an
now to
eye
our
out.
reporter in the field. Ah! 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 Tim. He lost connection. That's really unprofessional, that guy. So now to sports. We've got Wimbley Pimbleton with the Daily Sports Report. Wimbley, how's it doing? Yeah, you're Wimbley, so.
Oh. Okay.
You're Wimbley for this bit.
I was.
Improv.
And
And
now
improv.
on to sports.
Your sports! I passed the buck to you!